This week on Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, we welcome guest Aaron Hachez, who suffered a stroke on April 11th, 2011. Aaron, a father and appreciator of life's little moments, taught himself computer programming at age 11 and went on to work as a professional programmer for 20 years. After his stroke, he chose to pursue his passion for language by enrolling in a collegiate linguistics program, fulfilling his lifelong dream of earning a degree. Aaron shares his recovery journey, describing the experience of waking as a newborn in an adult body. He offers a unique perspective on regaining consciousness, memory, speech, and mobility while seeing the world anew. Join us as he uncovers creative ways to engage and live with intention, revealing a story of deep vulnerability, strength, and the beauty of reinvention. Aaron's story is entitled Yes and. Thank you for joining us for part 2, Aaron Hachez' interview.
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org.
Hello and welcome to Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke. Stroke offers a powerful, life-changing shift in perspective. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. Beyond Stillness offers a moment of pause for storytelling and reflection. Ultimately, we offer a welcoming environment that reveres the moment beyond stroke's paralysis. Still moments unite humanity and divinity. I'm your host, Molly Bucola. As we begin today, we take a moment of pause, a moment to honor how wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope have shown up in our lives. And we give thanks. Now, Aaron Hachez' interview. Aaron, thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah.
You're clearly a creative person. You mentioned taking classes for sculpting and for pottery. You showed me a mug that you created yourself. How do you feel your creative expression has helped you through recovery?
That's hard for me to quantify. I used to play guitar, not often, but I did. Now that's not something I can do because my timing is off. I got more into writing, and I think pottery and sculpting, and they're all physical things. I have to use my hands for. My right hand doesn't work as well. Those are all avenues, but I really fell into writing as my primary outlet. The main reason I started the Substack is I wanted to build my confidence up to write stories about my stroke, write a book maybe about my stroke experience. I still plan to write a book, and I'd like to maybe write novels after that. This experience, the Beyond Stillness experience, has further that.
I'm so thankful that Barry nominated you, because when we first met, you said that you had been wanting to write about your stroke experience,
Mm,
but you hadn't spent as much time on it as you wanted to. And
yeah.
so I'm definitely thankful that you spent so much time in the past couple months in order to prepare your story for today.
Yeah. Well, thank you for prompting that.
Absolutely. I love that you had the courage to take an improv class. I think a lot of times after we have strokes, sometimes we're nervous about going into a social situation, and you put yourself out there. Can you tell
Yeah.
me about the day that you first were about to walk into that room for the improv class? What were you thinking and feeling?
Yeah. So I don't know what I was thinking or feeling when I was preparing to take the class, but I know that doing that sort of thing, I was jumping in without a life vest, which is pretty scary for a person who has had a stroke. Because I can't swim now. Um, and, um, it was a challenge, and I wasn't sure if I would even be able to do it. So I just committed to going to the first lesson and trying it out. At that time, I I still have trouble with off the cuff conversation that involves things I'm not knowledgeable about. Then it was much more onerous. I couldn't talk off the cuff. So taking an improv class was really uh, scary, really challenging.
Jumping in
Yeah.
without a life vest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how did you progress from there?
I find doing things that I find scary in the vein of yes, and I find that doing things that I find uncomfortable, maybe all of the time, helps me grow or forces a change in the way I think or just causes a change in perspective that I hadn't thought about. I think it's invaluable to push yourself in small ways, like get out of bed on the wrong side, uh, or look out the window for longer than you think you should, or yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
you do that in every way, Aaron. After these couple months of getting to know you, I am amazed and admire the way that you do it in every little detail. Like you said, it might be getting rid of some things from
mm,
your studio.
yeah,
And you're doing that in order to move to Japan, which
yeah,
is a big deal that you
yeah,
have decided that you're going to go back to school, learn Japanese after
yeah,
having a stroke, and move to Japan.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that would be the big version. Normally a big version is trying to go to a community
yeah,
class like
yeah,
improv.
yeah,
And as humans, we fall into what's comfortable. And you're right, we grow and we try new things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And before the stroke, I wasn't trying anything new.
Really?
Um, well, I have always been one to think, oh, I can do that thing, even if I haven't done it, because there's a manual that tells you how. And so I'll do it. I took apart electronics when I was young and then put them back together just to see how they worked.
Huh.
And so I've always been that type of person, can do attitude,
Yeah.
but I don't think I ever really did consciously new things
Hmm.
just to challenge myself or to grow for the heck of it.
Yeah.
I almost never did that kind of thing.
Hmm. Yeah, in your story, you talk about the loop of how the world runs, and a lot of people are in the cycle, get up, go to work, come home, drop the kids off, pick the kids up, without having enough time or brain space or whatever it is to make those little decisions to change and be more
Yeah,
intentional. And
yeah,
I love that you used your stroke as an opportunity to grow.
yeah, mm,
At one point in
yeah,
your story, you said when you returned home from the hospital that you felt like something was emerging from inside of you, something was growing, but you didn't know yet. What
yeah.
does that feel like? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I can't quantify the feeling other than it's like I feel the urge to do something, and it's that start which I think, well, I unconsciously think I need to change things, and eventually I get to a point where I realize cognitively that, oh, I need to do this, or I would like to do. So I realized I wanted to do something, but I wasn't sure what. And so I got online and looked for ideas and found, okay, there's all these things which I could do. And oh, there's blacksmithing, which I've always wanted to do. And then I signed up for blacksmithing courses. And so it's really the wanting, having an itch and not knowing what it is, and then going out and looking for something to fill that void or scratch that, and not worrying about what it is, but trying, oh, okay, I'll do this and see if that answers it.
Huh.
And then I'll do that and see if that answers it. And when I get to a point where I'm feeling good or the itch is scratched, I'll move on to something else.
Wow. So it starts with an urge or an
Yeah,
itch, and then you look around and see, okay, what addresses that? And a lot of that's a feeling. Right?
yeah,
It starts as a feeling, and you don't know what addresses that until you
yeah,
feel another feeling. Is that right?
yeah. And I don't know. Yeah, it's not really conscious. I don't think, other than I need to experience something new. Oftentimes, I'll need to get out and just walk somewhere new and explore, eat somewhere new I haven't eaten before. If there's a Mexican restaurant just down the street that I always go to a different Mexican restaurant. And yeah, and if I or always order enchiladas, order a burrito at the new Mexican place or something like that.
I love that your daily routine is breaking routine. A lot of people have the same routine in your, and it sounds like lately at least, your routine is making sure there's not a routine.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
hard.
yeah. Uh, I I don't oftentimes find myself in a rut. And
Yeah.
then I decide, oh, I need to break it up, change it up.
Yeah. Your mind is a mind that likes to figure out how things work. And
Mm.
now you're
Yeah,
doing that in your actual life, in your
yeah,
recovery.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know that virtually nothing is impossible in my life. I mean, there are things that are impossible, like swimming. Um, uh, maybe that's not impossible, but it take a lot of effort that I'm not willing to commit. But yeah, I don't think of anything as impossible. I just haven't done it yet.
Mm, I
Yeah,
love that. I love that. Well, Aaron, thank you so much. Thank
yeah,
you for putting yourself out there and taking time to write each week in order to add to the story and tell us brilliantly about how it was to gradually regain consciousness and how to move forward with your yes and motto.
Thank you too. It's been a good experience working with you. So thank you.
Storytelling empowers us to share our experiences in a way that invites others to reflect on their own. In closing, we offer reflection questions as an opportunity to spark dialogue with yourself, friends, family, or fellow stroke survivors. In a moment, I'll read questions aloud. You can also find them written in the podcast episode description. What new and exciting creative project would you like to explore? How could you take one step towards that this week? How have you created opportunities with the motto, yes, and? How would you like to do so moving forward?
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org. Another way to support is to like, share, or subscribe to our weekly show.
Thank you for listening to Part 2, Aaron Hachez interview. For the full story, please listen to Part 1, Aaron Hachez story. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. In today's episode, we explored Aaron Hachez' powerful journey, an experience marked by the night of life-altering changes. Aaron shared his mental snapshots of waking in the hospital bed, grappling with a loss of memory, speech, and mobility. He also shared ways he began to see the world anew. Aaron found joy in creative pursuits and embraced a yes and approach to life. His story highlights how adversity can lead to growth and self-discovery. Thank you for joining us on this healing journey. And remember, as part of the stroke community, you are more than supportive. You are inspirational. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with others and consider donating to Beyond Stillness Stories After Stroke.
If you are part of the stroke community and have a story you'd like to share on the show, please contact us. Email molly@beyondstillness.org.